Hello, and thank you for joining me. My name is Eric Overfield. I'm president and co-founder of PixelMill. I'm a Microsoft Regional Director, as well as a Microsoft MVP. I've been working with organizations of all sizes build and adopt digital workspaces. Most recently, those that are using Microsoft Teams as a hub to their digital workspace. Now, in early 2020, Satya Nadella was quoted as saying, "We've seen 2 years worth of digital transformation in just 2 months." Definitely, I can agree with the sentiment because with this rapid adoption for many organizations has come the unintended yet predictable result of unmanaged digital workspace sprawl across Microsoft Teams and all their other digital workspace tools. So let's conquer this sprawl, taking advantage of the tools we're using to forward utilization, adoption, and productivity. We begin this with an audit. We need to know, where are we? We want to figure out what's already going on within our organization's digital tools workset. Start with a foundation of knowing where we are. Okay, let's consider just the basic metrics. Find out how many teams are currently in existence within your organization. What kind of channels are being created? What's the makeup of the channels? What apps are people using? We're looking for the types of teams that have been created, including the naming. Begin looking for categorization that's already occurring within your organization around how teams and channels are being named, categorized, and utilized. What are the strategies your teams have been using? Based on these metrics, are certain strategies that will likely appear that you'll see, and go for the ones that are more widely used and adopted. Always be looking for the commonalities. What you're really looking for here is, what are people currently doing? What has been successful apparently, and what doesn't look overly successful? This helps you to gain an understanding of how your team is currently using the tool, and will help you refine your strategy for gathering feedback and then prescribing solutions. With a base understanding of what you have and possible ideas of what's working, it's time to talk to the people in your organization to determine what they actually need in a digital workspace. Now, this is anyone across your organization, those that are utilizing, managing, or otherwise involved in using Microsoft Teams. What we're trying to get at, what do they actually need? Now, of course, there's a lot of approaches for uncovering your organization's requirements with some common do's and don'ts. So let me highlight some here. Do: talk to individuals, talk to focus groups, talk to stakeholders, talk to key team leaders, talk to key departments. Use cart sorting. Uncover that taxonomy, those naming conventions and organizational categories and segments that your organization is currently using and has. Ask specifics around the job functions that are currently need to be solved and addressed by your organization, and this is the key. Work with them to find out what it is they need to do in their jobs. That's going to help you determine the right solution for them. While you're working with your users, find and empower champion groups that can help pilot concepts and provide iterative feedback. What I don't want you to do, I don't want you to go to your end users and say, "What do you want?" Because the truth is, they don't know either. It's up to you to help them uncover what it is that they need to do, what they're doing in their current job. You help them find where those pain points are, knowing that you might be able to help them with a better tool set. By knowing what you already have and now what you need, it's time to define and codify your business requirements, prescribing that path to a solution, documenting governance, and your digital workspace's management procedures. Be iterative. This is not going to stop. But there are definitely aspects I do want you to consider. By strictly limiting who can create teams, this puts a strain on your IT team and also creates a bottleneck. Or let's look at the other extreme. No limits without training or governance. And that can lead to the non-standard set of teams, channels, and tabs. Most likely, this is what you're seeing now. Now let's look at team creation, such as joining or creating a team. By default, this is open for everybody. To empower employees, consider leaving this in place. To create a consistent experience across departments and projects requires at least some training and normalization. This can also be helped by templating. Templating makes it easy for someone to create the right team for their needs. Can your organization team requirements be categorized or templatized? This is something you're going to want to be able to answer. What types of teams are needed within your org? Thus, I want you to create policies around your templates, around how the policies are on naming, what types are needed, and what apps you're going to need. With this foundation in place, what is often considered the hard part is now the easy part. That's implementation. Implementing the plan and structure into your teams and digital workspace environments. Your team's provisioning process may contain request forms, approval processes, team deployment automation, scripting templates, and of course the possibility of third-party tools, all to assist you with any or all aspects of your team provisioning processes. You will know the right combination for your organization based on what you had covered in the previous steps, in combination with time, budget, and resources available to you. With a plan in place, it's much easier to know what to implement, and it can be done quickly. While working through implementation, work with your pilot groups. They will help you validate that the strategies that you've prescribed work, ensuring that the product and solution is going to be adopted and utilized by your organization. With whichever strategy you use, take into account that your templating and provisioning processes are likely, and in fact should, change over time. As you get more feedback and see more positive results, have a plan in place to roll out your new strategies to your organization. Now, some level of automation is going to be key to allowing your teams-driven digital workspace to thrive within your organization. Remember that these processes take routine care and maintenance to ensure there's no hiccups, that Microsoft doesn't move the proverbial cheese or the like. All in all, don't build in a bubble. Get user feedback throughout the entire process and certainly before you launch. With your new wonderful system and processes in place, you have a few big tasks still on your plate. First, it's getting your current team's environment in line as part of hopefully, ideally, a one-time cleanup with some possible migrations. Work with your existing team owners and use metrics to help you determine the best scenarios to bring your team's environment in line with your new structure. This might include renaming, recreating, migrating, deprecating, archiving, etc. Again, do not work in a vacuum here. Identify team owners and work with them to help them get them in line with the new strategies. Next, have in place your ongoing maintenance plan, which will help ensure success. Essentially, this means listening to your users to help keep your governance and related artifacts such as templates current. Be sure to have a training plan available for your organization, as this will help with governance enforcement. An example would be a person must work through a short training exercise with Microsoft Teams before they're added to the Teams creation group, allowing them to create more teams. Now, if you're looking for resources on where to find some of this, Microsoft Learn has a lot of materials freely available that you can include in your training procedures. And remember, people are going to go rogue, so you need to monitor and keep teams in line with good governance. As I said, be iterative. This will never be done. Your organization is going to change, team continues to improve, etc. You want to ensure that you change with it. Teams can truly be a central aspect of your digital workspace, being a primary window pane to your digital workspace. If you find your team's environment a little overwhelming, you can follow the process I laid out to help conquer the sprawl, accelerating adoption and usage, driving communication and collaboration across your organization. Now, did this last year, did the last month throw you some curveballs? Did the rush to remote work leave you a bit in a mess? PixelMill offers a digital workspace workshops that will help you regain control of your workspace and establish a path forward that scales and grows with you. All you need to do is visit pixelmill.com/workshops. You'll learn all about it. Appreciate your time, and we look forward to working with you.